So for this, the category of statistic, you'll be divided into, so every year, Sec 1, there will be a portion of statistic. Sec 2, there will be a portion of statistic. And Sec 2 will be adding on something called probability, which sometimes will be mixed in with statistic. And then in the upper Sec 3 or Sec 4, there will be another portion of statistic and also another portion of probability. So basically this section of math with regards to statistic, it is like from a very, very basic one that we built it up to the O-level statistic. So the first part of the statistic, we talk about representation of data. So we try to represent data using statistical diagram. So in Sec 1, you're going to learn how to represent data using bar chart, using pie chart. Bar chart and pie chart maybe not new to you. You might have encountered it in primary school. Pictogram also not new to you. So in fact, all the tools here, the 4 statistical diagram are not new to you. Okay, so basically it should be quite easy. But just a quick run through. So for example, example 1, we got a problem involving pictogram. So the idea of pictogram is to use a symbol to represent a certain quantity. So there will be something called the key. So it's like how many items or what is the quantity represented by this symbol. Okay, so you always read the question, what does it represent? So in this pictogram, we shows the number of students seeking medical help in the first aid room each day last week. So on Monday, we got this number of students who went to the first aid room, this number of students in the first aid room. Okay, so when you see a data like this, you look at the key. So each picture represents 2 students. So you might need to do some counting first. So here we got 14 students. Here we got 9 students. Notice that there's half a symbol. That means half a symbol represents 1 student. So we got 4, and we got 3. Okay, so for a pictogram, if you're going to be drawing on your own, you should choose a symbol where it's easy to cut. Okay, you may need to cut into 4, you may need to cut into 2. Okay, so from here we can see that which are the days where most students seek medical help. As you can see, right, there's a lot of students who go to the first aid room on Monday. And if you would like to know the total number of students, basically you just add up all the category. Okay, so you just add up all the category. So here you got 34 students over the whole week. So always be reading what does the information involved, so you can answer appropriately. Okay, another one that we also got to know will be a bar chart. Okay, so in this question, we got the Sec 1 students, they sign up for an enrichment course to learn a language. So we put the data in a table. So in this table, we realized that we got 30 students who chose French. We got 50 students who chose German, 40 who chose Japanese, and 155 who chose Korean, 30 students who chose Spanish. So basically, I got 5 foreign language. Okay, and these are the numbers of students who choose. So it seems like Korean is very popular. Okay, so part 1, we're supposed to draw the bar chart to illustrate the information. Okay, part 2, which language is most popular? Just by looking at the numbers, we know that the Korean language is very popular. But later on, we can also see it from the bar chart. Okay, find the total numbers. Well, the total numbers is also pretty easy. You just add up all the category. So it's actually not difficult. Okay, I think the difficult one would be sometimes the drawing can be a bit more challenging. So here I got 305 students. So when you're supposed to draw, Okay, you got to draw like graph. Okay, so you got to have regular interval. Make sure you got uniform interval. So here, the horizontal axis will be the language. Okay, so you make sure you can indicate the language. So I'm going to do the bar chart. The bar chart must be same width. So the width of the bar should be standard. Okay, and then the height. Okay, so this part should represent the frequency. So it's a bit like graph paper. So make sure you got proper interval. Okay, so proper interval, something like here. So I need something like 155. Maybe I'll put it like okay, I will put it like 40. You got to measure it 80, 120, and 160. So you got to measure the interval. So if let's say for the French part, I got 30. I think the 30 will be somewhere here. So you draw a regular interval. 30. Okay, then for the German, I got 50. So the 50 should be somewhere. Okay, I think if you use ruler, yours should be nicer. So this is 30, this is 50. Or if you actually draw this on graph paper, you'll be very accurate. Okay, 40. I got exactly 40 for the Spanish. Korean, I got 155. 155 should be close to 160. Okay, Spanish, I got 30 again. So if you look, the bar chart is it's like single bar, but there's an interval in between. So can you see, right? There's a gap in between. So that is called a bar chart. We try to make the gap same amount. And because next year you'll be learning something called histogram. Histogram is essentially very close to a bar chart, but it's supposed to be sticking together. Okay, so a bar chart does not stick together. A bar chart has a gap in between. It's like chocolate bar, but then there's things in between. Okay, so that will be the basic for the pictogram and the bar chart.